So guys, welcome back to today's class. And in our last class, I said we're going to be talking about type of cases that we have. So let's go into it. You can just type it like this: type. So if you want to type something like this, type of cases. So for you to understand that, okay, it is under this code, this is done. So if you want to type something separately, you don't want to join it together, like type of cases like this, because in Python we can't save something like this. Type of cases is not going to save. So we come here, after the type we put an underscore, of we put an underscore, cases, then dot py, then that's when you can click on enter. So now type of cases. And number one, we are going to talk about camel cases. Let me write it so that you can understand. Camel cases. I'll just comment it out and run the code under, so in case you want to write it down, you'll be able to understand. So camel cases. So under these camel cases, what does it mean? It means each word except the first start. Each word except the first start with capital letter. I don't know, maybe you understand. Each word except the first start with capital letter. This is a word. This man is a word. Now name is boy. This is a statement. So this word, you now said each word, now said this is a word except the first word should start with capital letter. So let me bring it down to you. So now I want to say my name. So I'll do something like this. This is a word. So if I want to put that name, it should be in capital letter, name. So the rest will be small letter. My name equals to. We can use this also as a variable. But once you see something like this to declare a variable, that means it's a camel cases. So let me just choose something like 25 and click on enter, print. And let me tell you one thing. Once I do something like this, the way this variable is written, that's how it should be written inside the box. So my name. So let's run and see what's going to be the output. Can you see? The output is what? Is 25. So, okay, wait. Before I do this, let me put this up and comment it out with the hashtag types of cases. I've told you I'm going to bring it down to the external. You will really understand. And that's number one, camel cases. So this is an example of a camel cases. Do you understand? And now let's move to number two. which is Pascal cases. Pascal cases. So let me comment it out with hashtag single line comment. This is a single line. This line like this, it's a single line. Single line comment is commented out with hashtag. So now this Pascal cases is telling us that each word starts with a capital letter. Each word starts with a capital letter. And you know, Camel Cake said each word except the first word starts with capital letter. But in Pascal case, we said each word, there's no except to, each word starts with capital letter. So I'm going to use something like for the Camel case as well. So now it will be like my name. You know, this is a word, my. So the M is capital letter while the I is small letter. And this is another word, name. The N will be capital letter while the rest will be small letter. So equals to, okay, now let's use a, you know, this 25 is an integer. So let's just treat a float. So like 2.5. Then click on enter, print my name. So, and I said if we don't want the interpreter to see this code we have written, is either we use single line comment or a multi-line comment. So we are going to use a single line comment, but once we are done with everything, we can use multi-line comment, that we can remove this hashtag and just put a multi-line comment whereby all the code will not be seen to the interpreter. So let's use single line comment as well. So now let's run this. Can you see 2.5? That's for Pascal cases. And in number 3, we have only I can remember only 4, which I know, so I'm going to explain that 4 to you. And number 3 we have I can't remember the number 4, so we are going to treat only 3. Please, I'm so sorry, that's the one I remember. I can't be teaching you what I didn't know. Do you understand? So that's why I'm doing that. And number 3 we have snake cases. Snake cases. So let me comment it out. Now this snake cases said each word is separated by an underscore. Each word is separated by an underscore. Everything can be capital letter. Everything can be small letter. But you must not jam pack 2 words together. Do you understand? You know, in Camel case, we said each word should start with capital letter except from the first word. And in Pascal cases, we said each word should start with capital letter. But now in snake cases, each word can start with, all the word can be capital letter, all the word can be small letter, each word can start with capital, each word can start with a small letter, but we must separate the word. So what do I mean by that? Let's just use small, my, okay, capital, my, then we put an underscore, name is equals to, so let's treat this one as a string, Paul. Do you understand? And a string, working with a string, you must put a quotation mark, either a single or a double quotation. There shall be a quotation mark. You understand? So now let's say print, and our print should not be capital letter. So we open a bracket. So once we open a bracket, now my underscore name. So can we see this now? So this is a snake cases. So let's comment this out for we to understand. So now let's clear the screen again. Let's clear the screen. So once you clear the screen, and let's run this code. So let's run and see. Can we see? We have Paul showing here. It is string. So that's why we put quotation mark. So now these are the type of cases we have. Number one is camel cases, which says that each word should start with capital letter except from the first word. And Pascal cases said each word should start with what? Capital letter. And snake cases said each word can start with either capital or small letter, but we must separate a word with an what? With an underscore. So that is that about that. This is just what you are going to be treating under the type of what? Type of cases. So thank you very much. Do well to like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the notification bell for more content like this, which you are going to love and love. So thank you very much. Oh, sorry, before we go, I said in case we have a multi-code like this, and we don't want to be using those hashtag. So let me just remove it. Let me just remove those hashtag. Move them one by one. And at the top of this tag, at the top here, I can for a multi-line comment, I can choose maybe a single quotation mark or a double quotation mark, but I'm using single. 1 2 3. I wish it's 3. And at the end of it, we are going to use quotation mark as well. So all this code now, the interpreter cannot be able to see it. Wait, let's clear the screen first. Clear the screen and let's run again. Can you see? Nothing is showing. It's not printing out, so the interpreter is not saying it. And one thing, once you use singular comment at the top here, don't use double down here. Use single as well. And if you want to hide another code from the interpreter, once you use double at the top, also use double down the code. You understand? So thank you very much. That will be the end of today's class.